TGIF, everyone, it's weather for Weather Geeks time. Welcome to a very, very hot Friday in the Mahoning Valley. These are the heat index values here in the 2 o'clock hour. Feels like 90 in Youngstown, feels like 95 in Newcastle, and lower 90s Akron, Canton, Ravenna as well. This is one of the most sweltering days of the entire summer. The actual temperature right now, 86 at the Youngstown Warren Airport. Our hottest day so far this year, officially at the airport, 89 degrees. We've not hit 90. Not sure we're going to get there today. I think we'll probably stop at about 88, 89. So if we don't hit 90 today, I don't think we will for the rest of the season. So more than likely, this will go down as the first no 90 summer since 2004 here in Youngstown. Take a look at regional temperatures this afternoon. It's hot everywhere. It is in the lower 90s in northeast Indiana, northwest Ohio, southern parts of Michigan. It's well into the 80s in all of the Buckeye State and western PA as well. And showers and thunderstorms are lurking off to the north. Take a good look at what's going on out in Iowa this afternoon, because this is the kind of weather we're going to have tomorrow here. It's in the mid and lower 60s, a little bit of light rain and drizzle out there. And I'll tell you what, about 24, maybe 27 hours from right now, it's probably going to be about 60 degrees with maybe patchy drizzle or mist around the region. So it's going to feel like a good 30 degrees cooler tomorrow afternoon. So if you're going to the YSU game tomorrow or have any plans to do anything outdoors, not going to be the greatest of days. The wettest part of tomorrow likely to be the morning, but the afternoon's no picnic either. We'll talk a little bit about tomorrow in a little more detail coming up. Just a real quick look at the heat index values, though, region-wide. These are ugly numbers. We're talking about it feeling like upper 90s to around 100 in this entire swath right through here. And again, it feels like close to 90 here in eastern Ohio and western parts of Pennsylvania. This is the last hurrah of the heat, though. It is going to go away with the arrival of our front that is out across the Midwest right now. No risk of severe weather, or a very small risk, I should say, of severe weather in the Youngstown area this afternoon, and more so, of course, this evening. The risk for severe weather does increase in the yellow area out to our west. This is the elevated risk area put out by the Storm Prediction Center, government entity, part of the National Weather Service out in Oklahoma. And it extends about to Akron and Cleveland. And then the green area is more of the just real low risk general thunderstorm area. The thunderstorms that are going off to the north and west right now will increase in coverage and intensity before the afternoon is through. See, there's not a whole lot to write home about right now, but this will change in a few hours, but that line expected to weaken some as it approaches our area. So let's get right to tonight. Of course, we've got high school football action this evening, and this has been a tough forecast for the last few days, trying to pinpoint when the showers and storms are likely to arrive and would it have any impacts on high school football. Let's bring you some answers here. Here's the simulated radar product a couple of hours from right now at 4 o'clock based on the high-resolution rapid refresh model, fancy terminology for our most short-term high-resolution model. Just like any computer model, some days it's good, some days it's not so good. It does have here at 4 o'clock a couple of showers around from Meadville down through Cortland over towards Kent and Ravenna. Not sure if this is the right idea. I think it's probably jumping the gun a little bit, but we'll be keeping an eye on the radar nonetheless. So that's 4 o'clock, assuming that that's not a big deal and just sort of goes away. We are high and dry then. Here's kickoff this evening, 7 o'clock. Looks like we're dry. And then here's 8 o'clock. Things are, getting active from Cleveland back towards Sandusky, Toledo, Defiance, Fort Wayne at 8 o'clock this evening, but nothing going on in the WFMJ viewing area just yet as the sun sets. Well, we go ahead to 9 o'clock and then 10 o'clock, and this is when a lot of high school games, of course, will be ending. People are heading out to their cars. And if the timing is to be believed on this model, and I'm thinking it's starting to get a good handle on things. It's been having a hard time with the timing, but we're getting close enough to tonight now that my confidence in this model's idea is increasing. So 10 o'clock tonight, we're probably still dry in most areas. Now, even if this model's a little bit slow, it may just be starting to rain, say maybe here. So maybe western Trumbull County. But that's, all things considered, not a real big part of our viewing area, not a high percentage. Now, you won't be happy if you live in western Trumbull County, but my point is that most of our viewing area will still be dry at 10 o'clock. Worst case scenario, the far western areas of Trumbull and maybe Mahoning starting to get wet as the game's let out at about 10 o'clock this evening. Well, then here's 11 o'clock and midnight, and this is when most of us will start to get wet. So timing on this is going to work out for us, I think, for most high school games. Of course, you never want to have thunder and lightning at a high school football game because then you got to clear the stands. There's a long delay, and it's no fun at all. Any rain is no fun at all. But if there's no thunder and lightning, they'll of course play through it. Uh, and so I think we're going to luck out pretty well. And then, yeah, off and on rain, it looks like through the overnight tonight. This is the wee hours of tomorrow morning, some light rain, some drizzle. And then Saturday also has been kind of a tough forecast trying to pinpoint when we can sound the all clear in terms of rain. Now, the simulated radar here is not really impressive tomorrow, and that's because I think the rain's going to be real light, what falls much of the day. This is mid-morning tomorrow at 10 a.m. It's not showing much, but I think it'll be misting or drizzling or doing a little bit of something anyway. Same idea at around noontime. Here's noon, maybe a little bit of a decent band up near the lakeshore sinking south. Here's 2 p.m. Again, this is not real impressive. There certainly won't be any thunder and lightning with this, but there will be kind of a misty light rain around through mid-afternoon. Penguins kick off at 4 o'clock tomorrow at Stambaugh Stadium. Here's 4 o'clock on the NAM model. Yeah, it's probably going to be raining lightly or misting or drizzling. It's just kind of a nuisance thing almost. And boy, is it going to feel different tomorrow compared to today. It feels like 90 to 93 out there this afternoon. With this light rain and temperatures in the mid-60s mid-afternoon tomorrow, it's going to feel more like 60 degrees tomorrow. So yeah, that's a pretty dramatic change. And then finally, towards the second half of the Youngstown State game, we get into the evening. I think that any light rain or drizzle is going to taper off and end, paving the way to much, much better weather for the second half of the weekend. Here's Sunday afternoon, high pressure will be building east at this point, and yeah, looks like we may have some fog to contend with Sunday morning. If you're heading off to services early in the day, be prepared for that. But the afternoon, beautiful. Steelers and Browns, 1 p.m. kickoff in Pittsburgh. Just a spectacular late summer day. Monday's going to be a nice one as well. That high slipping east, but we stay dry. Looks real nice. And then as we head towards midweek, the atmosphere might try to moisten up on Tuesday. Outside chance of a storm that early. It's more likely, I think, heading into Tuesday night and Wednesday. And this is the beginnings of a major pattern change that's going to take us into the middle of the month, this midweek front. Behind this midweek front, the jet stream is going to look a lot different about a week from right now. Big ridge building out west, big trough digging in the east. And, if you saw my Facebook and Twitter post from this morning, we could be talking about high temperatures, 60 or so, about a week from now, 60 to 65 for a few days. End of next week, heading into next weekend with some nights, perhaps for the first time since, late spring, perhaps some nights getting into the upper 30s. I don't think we're talking frost and freeze or anything like that, but yeah, we've got our first real October shot coming, it looks like, about a week to 8-9 days from right now. So look out for that. The first hint of that will start around midweek, but the core of this cool air mass will probably be here late next week, about a week from today, heading into next weekend. So a little heads up on that. All right, so I'll be on 21 News tonight at 6, abbreviated version of the news before our high school football wrap-up show at 11 tonight. And I'll probably do another web video for you this evening with an update on what's on the radar and the latest developments on that. And, of course, I'll be posting on social media, keeping you up to date on what's going on both currently and what we expect to happen as we head into the weekend. In the meantime, have yourself a fun time if you're going to any games tonight, and stay cool, stay hydrated. I'll see you right back here on Monday.